Welcome in, everybody. We have a round of tiebreakers here in the Eastern European region. It is going to be, well, potentially a short one here. Maybe only technically a best of three going. But if we carry on going around and around the knockout merry-go-round, we'll see how long we can actually go for here. First up, it will be MoneyMakers versus StoRm. Excuse me. Just getting warmed up. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting at least one round with MoneyMakers, StoRm, and Navi Jr. all being involved. Trying to break that tiebreaker in the very middle. Matrashka were able to take the victory up against Sibe yesterday, so it means that Matrashka will be third place no matter what. Team Sexy second, Navi Senior first, and then we've got MoneyMakers, Navi Jr., StoRm to break the tie. And again, because Sibe lost to Matrashka, Cybercats do get 7th, and Sibe are going to go down 8th, 1, and 6. But they did end up showing some fight back in the last couple of days. It's a shame that they weren't performing like that all tour. They might have been able to stay up, got themselves into a good position. MoneyMakers coming into this one in the weakest position, as they did lose to both Cybercats as well as Sibe in the last couple of days. And yeah, we're going to see if their confidence has it crashed down, or are they going to be able to fight themselves back into this one? Maybe get themselves into a 4th place finish here, because that is what's up for grabs: 4th, 5th, 6th place. And we'll take a look at the difference in prize money between the two. So, 4th place gets $11,000, 5th place gets $9,000, and 6th place gets $7,000. So between 6th and 4th, there is $4,000 difference there, which is a big chunk of change for these teams playing in the 2nd division. So everybody's going to be trying to do their best. We will be able to get ourselves into the draft shortly, just to see how it is going to fall out here for StoRm as well as MoneyMakers. But yeah, the actual prize itself, you've got to be looking at not only the money, but just that confidence building as well, because this is going to be officially your last chance before the regional qualifiers, and everybody will be getting a chance to go through into the regional qualifiers. So TI is open up, but depending on how the Division 1 fall out is going to go with this next major, the placement of the teams. 9 Pandas, Team Spirit, BetBoom, all looking to get themselves to TI through points. Not everybody's locked in, though. In fact, none of them are locked in, because if I take a look at the rankings, we will be able to see that, yes, we get our draft in. So we're going to see the Spirit Breaker and the Nagasaran out for MoneyMakers. StoRm goes straight into that Undying Morphling combo. The Medusa, the Timbersaw being banned out, the Chen, as well as that Storm Spirit being taken away. So Seneko won't get that one. Excuse me, the Underlord being banned out by MoneyMakers. But yeah, looking at the go to the Pro Circuit rankings on Wikipedia, which obviously, Valve have their own, and we can't disrespect them, but it's just convenient to go into the Wikipedia ones, where as long as nobody below BetBoom finishes higher than them, then BetBoom, 9 Pandas, and Team Spirit will all be confirmed at TI. But if teams like Nouns, Asta, Execration, actually I have to look at the teams at the major just to make sure. So yeah, Asta, Execration, Nouns. Who else is below them? Extreme, IG, Blacklist. So there is a few teams. Obviously not everyone's going to be scoring points, but effectively, as long as Execration, Asta, Nouns, and Bleed go out before they get points on the board, DPC points, all 3 of the top 3 from Eastern Europe Division 1 will be going through, which means that it might be a little bit easier for the teams in Eastern Europe in the, looking at Navi, looking at teams like Hydra, looking at the favorites going into it are probably VP, just because they've performed the best out of the rest. 4th place finishes throughout the tours, looking really good. Yeah, and I'd probably put them as the favorites, but in a knockout tournament, anything can happen here. So it's about getting as much of a good start as possible. So the higher you start up in the rankings, the better the teams you're going to... excuse me, the not the worst, but the better chance you're going to have against the teams that you're going to be matched up against. So, as we look at the draft here, StoRm, like I say, banning out the Darks here, as well as the Disruptor, the Enigma getting banned out as well. They pick up the Lion. Meanwhile, MoneyMakers, they go for that Underlord, the Beastmaster, as well as the Pangolier. And we'll see just how they want to play this one out. I know they've got the 2 pips at the side, but it is only a best of 1 round robin between the 3 teams. Like I say, StoRm, MoneyMakers, as well as Navi Jr. all playing up against each other to see who's going to be going into 4th place, who's going to be getting 5th, and who will be getting 6th. And apart from that, the table is settled in Division 2, so it might be a quick one today. If StoRm beat MoneyMakers and Navi beat... I think Navi MoneyMakers is the second game. Let me just check. Yeah, so MoneyMakers play twice. If they lose both games, it will then just be the 3rd game to decide between who gets top placement between StoRm and Navi Jr. If MoneyMakers beat StoRm, Navi Jr. beat MoneyMakers, and StoRm beat Navi Jr., we're going to have another round. We're going to go around once again. So we'll see if we're going to hit those infinite tiebreakers, or we're going to be done quickly today here as Rubik, Snapfire come out for MoneyMakers. 2 supports in the Spirit Breaker as well as the Rubik going to be here. Snapfire in the mid lane does well up against those melee heroes. So we'll see if there's going to be like the Storm Spirit or the Queen of Pain that comes out here for StoRm. Can't be the Storm Spirit. He's banned out in that first phase from MoneyMakers. But Queen of Pain is still there. So we'll see if that's where StoRm want to go with this. We're seeing... Actually going to go for the Zeus. Ooh. Can get damage at a distance, bounces out to the Snapfire here as well. We were seeing something different the past couple of days. With the Necrophos coming back into the meta. Oh, not back into the meta, being picked up. So, yeah, here's StoRm. They're going to be going for the Zeus. I wonder if it's going to be the right-click Zeus as well. You get yourself the Shard, the Manta style out. Moon Shards, maybe even an AC in there. The Blink Dagger comes out, the Swift Blink. As they do ban out the Ember Spirit, so maybe thinking this is going to be the offlane Spirit Breaker position for Snapfire here. As they do ban out the LC, what's left for StoRm to pick up in the offlane? Underlord's already been banned out, LC goes. Something that deals well with illusions. What was it? A couple of days ago.
5 seconds remaining.
I can't think what it was. There was something really good. Naga Siren's being picked up, and they were able to deal with it fairly easy. I mean, it's the Morphlin up against the Naga Siren as well. So you've got... I know the Naga Siren was the 4th pick here. But overall, like, the Morphlin still is pretty good. The Naga Siren needs to go into that Lincoln Sphere to stop the stat steal, stop that attack speed being taken away. So we'll see just what they're going to be able to do, and whether it's going to be the quick Lincoln Sphere as well for the Naga Siren. Maybe just straight up Power Treads Lincoln Sphere to make sure that that Ag Scepter coming out from the Morphlin. Well, you can get around it with the Hex coming out, you know, with the an ability break to break that Lincoln's before the Morph steals the form. Might even be able to get it with an Adaptive Strike. You know, break that Lincoln's and then steal the form. So MoneyMakers... What is their last ban? Hero-wise, what's left in offlane? Well, Axe, maybe Axe is really good against it. That was it. It was the Axe. That's what I was thinking of. The Axe coming out. Kind of ran riot up against the Naga Siren last time I saw it, and it was not a happy time for the Naga Siren after the initial laning phase. In the initial laning phase, Axe got killed off a couple of times. Once he got his Vanguard out, Crimson Guard came through, he got his Blink Dagger into the Blade Mail, BKB then. It was just a really big build-up, and he just had that kill potential. Cohen Blade obviously building up the armor, and the Naga Siren was never really able to get through him. So we'll see if, as the Doom is the final ban here from MoneyMakers, what they want to be going towards. Pick-wise... If it is the offlane Snapfire or Spirit Breaker looking for a mid laner. Although StoRm banning out an offlaner here as well, so they pick up the TA. So it is going to be the mid lane TA. A little bit harder to get through the refraction charges as the Zeus. You know, he's going to have 3, but yeah, you damage. You're going to have that arc lineup bounce. It's going to be on a really low cooldown. But for the most part in the lane, the TA shouldn't have the worst of times, as the Tidehunter does come out for StoRm. So we're going to have that Anchor Smash to deal with the damage coming through from the Iron, even through the minus armor of the Riptide. And Emptiness will play with StoRm here, so it's not going to be Dominic. So maybe using... Yeah, because you can only use Dominic in 4. Let me take a look at anything coming through. Yeah, no, it is going to be Emptiness. Just for the playoffs. Yeah, so StoRm. They've got their lineup. Emptiness is back. I wonder why Dominic was playing with them then. Maybe Emptiness is just back and they're going to make the change in the off-season, between the seasons here. StoRm. Or maybe just, you know, a lot of teams are going to be going through a complete rebuild. So we'll see what, if anything, StoRm changes are going to be made. MoneyMakers, like I say, they're coming into this one as the weaker team, with going down to Cybercats, going down to Sibe in the last 2 days. You know, whether they're going to be able to bounce back, that's one. Whether they're going to get this confidence back and build right up against StoRm coming into this one, whether they're going to feel confident even playing up against StoRm. And we'll have to wait and see, as we will take a little bit of time here before we get into game number 1. Again, it's going to be at least 3 games. But first, before we do get into it, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
You
Prepare for battle.
So, as we get started here with game number 1, we'll see what the odds are going to be like. So, MoneyMakers actually coming into this one as slight favourites. Not a lot of difference between the two. What's that? Like, yeah, 0.21 or like 0.204.
Oh, hell yes.
Between the two teams. So, yeah, it is fairly even odds. And again, it is a best of 1. Anything can happen in a best of 1 here. We'll see how it's going to come down. As Igor on the TA, I'm interested to see what the build's going to be here. Throwing some tips out onto Slayer as well. Slayer getting those wards down. Everyone having a bit of a time. Bit of a fun time to start off with. The Rubik is going to rotate out into the mid lane now as well. So 4 or 5 heroes from the side of MoneyMakers. They are stacking up. Everybody's just having fun tipping each other.
30 seconds.
You know, getting those tips used early on. So let's see how this one's going to start off. StoRm not really making a move. Yeah, they're not going to be making a move in. We'll see if the Nagasaran with these illusions, if they're going to be able to step up to this one. The Nagasaran might actually try and steal the rune in the top part of the river. Slayer comes in. It's going to be the Fade Bolt, no telekinesis. And MoneyMakers start to move themselves away. Not wanting to contest into this one. The wards are down. Krulia just trying to clean up one of those illusions. So yeah, the bounty runes will be traded off evenly. No major difference between the two. How's this one going to play out? Undying in the lane with the Morphin. This looks, it's actually really good, especially you're coming up against 2 strength heroes here. As the Undying. In the mid lane, Igor has to go for the Side Blades level 1. That is the build for the TA, because you do have less attack range than a melee hero after those. It's not even, like, going back years, those changes. So you do start off with the Side Blades level 1, where Nikki Cool can put some harass out onto you, but once you hit the level 2, level 3, you know, you're going to have those points into the refraction charges. And yeah, at level 2 on refraction, your 4 instances of the defensive refraction means it's a lot harder for the Zeus to get through you. So we'll see if Igor, is he going to be able to play that early carry, buy time and space for the Nagasaran, get some early kills, and let the Nagasaran on Lucas farm up. Bignum going to be chased away. Seneko, like I say, he's got the decay stacks to come through here, up against 2 strength heroes. So really interested to see how these are going to fare here in the lane. And they have to avoid grouping up at all costs, because you don't want to be giving Seneko double stacks of strength. So Bignum does get the pull through. It's actually going to be BB. Yeah, I mean, offlane wise, do we have enough to play through this? So yeah, BB's going to be playing the offlane Spirit Breaker. Bignum does get the courier though. Top lane, how's it looking? You've got Emptiness on the Tidehunter, just being able to walk up onto the Nagasaran. The Nagasaran's going to suffer a little bit just because of the Anchor Smashes coming through from Emptiness. You know, the Tide, yeah, telekinesis comes through, but he's got that Gush as well for the slowdown, using all of his mana now. So it is going to be the Meteor Hammer to come through for the Tidehunter. We'll see how much that's going to be able to do. Ravage into Meteor Hammer is a really good setup, and deals with the Nagasaran illusions as well in the lane, you know, as long as you get the channel off. But there's going to be a lot of damage coming through from that Riptide. No point in the Kraken Shell just yet. So he's not going to have that damage mitigation here on Emptiness. And yeah, opted for that Gush first. Maybe just to try and get Harassy onto Lucas to get that minus armor out. Yeah, Tidehunter, that's the big issue, that Tide uses a lot more mana trying to get that damage than the Naga Siren. The Naga Siren really only has to pop in the mirror images, what, every like 20 seconds or so?
Dire's courier has been killed.
So we will see just how long this tide's going to be able to go here without... There is going to be the Earth Spike coming out though onto Lucas. Lucas taking a lot of damage. Emptiness, can he walk himself away? Ring of Health is out for the Tide Hunter. And the harass coming out from Slayer and Lucas. Tide just has to back himself away. Maybe wants to go towards that tier 1 tower where he gets the extra regen as well. So just looking to pull these creeps through and see what he can do. But there is more of the Radiant creeps out now. So 1J is going to be able to get the D-Ward out onto that camp. Maybe look to get the stack out soon as well. Mana Drain comes through. Lucas, Emptiness is going to walk forwards. Has to be careful. Again, Fade Bolt into the Telekinesis. Riptide from Lucas. And Emptiness, even with this Ring of Health, even with the Ring of Protection, might just go down. Bottom lane, Tsuneko, he does drop the Tombstone. So, we'll see if Bignum wants to come in for this one. The Snapfire coming out against the Undying. We'll be able to deal with that Tombstone. Maybe goes for an early point in the Little Shredder, as we do get a pause. Nikki Cool going to disconnect. Yeah, a bit of lag. Eastern European servers. I mean, I say Eastern European, the Stockholm servers just have a little bit of lag about them. So, it's... yeah, we might have a couple of disconnects. Usually it's just a straight up disconnect, reset Dota, come back in and the lag's fixed. Pauses aren't that long. But yeah, we'll see Bignum's being chased away from that lane already. Going to be level 2 in, well, as long as he can get in range for the next creep. So maybe he does go, instead of the cookie, go for the Little Shredder just to try and deal with the Tombstone. Top lane, Slayer. He's doing okay getting that harass out. Nikki Cool, net worth-wise and last hit-wise, I mean, he's keeping up with the TA. So even if he can't get the harass out on the TA, I mean, he might be going to fill up his bottle now as well. Emptiness is out of mana on the top lane. He's got that 1 point in the Kraken Shell, though. So Perseverance, going to be about 500 gold, 400 gold away. Spike comes through. Do they have the damage to take down Slayer? Well, the stick charge is going to be used here by Emptiness. Do they have enough damage to get the kill, though? And yeah, on the bottom lane, Bignum goes for that little shot at level 2, but it might be the first blood going away. 1J! He gets taken down. Slayer picks up the first blood.
What is this?
And this Lion not able to get himself away. The protection's coming through from the Tide Hunter. They were playing so close together that he just wasn't able to keep himself alive. Nikki Cool gonna go out for the rune now as well. Mana Boot's not too far away for the Zeus. So we will be able to spam out a little bit more. He's got the Lightning Bolt now as well. He's got the Arc Lightning. 3 points of that Arc Lightning as well as one into the Heavenly Jump. So he's going to be able to get the Heavenly Jump. Does he snatch it? Oh, the little Zeus a lot faster. He's going to be taking a lot of harass from that, but we'll be able to use the Water Rune to heal right back up underneath the tier 1 tower. And yeah, Igor, you can feel his rage there building. But it means with this Water Rune, Nikki Cole actually not getting a whole lot of life back. Couldn't you have to use these bottle charges? Trying to dance away from the side blades here of Igor. Igor's looking for the angle, comes in. Your refraction charges coming out. Bignum, he's looking to try and disrupt this stack coming through. Tsuneko did get the pull through. And BB and Bignum, they're looking to try and contest this one. But against Tsuneko, I suppose you do have that Tombstone up, but the little Shredder will be here. So yeah, Snapfire immediately going to be able to delete that. So it only gets a little bit harder to take down when you've got a few levels in the Tombstone. And we'll see you at level 3. Actually going to go for more points in the Decay. So not going to be into the Tombstone. So Tsuneko going to be able to chase down BB once again with these Decay stacks. And BB just has to move himself away. Really surprised that they picked up... I mean, I know the Spirit Breaker was there, but really surprised they picked up the Snapfire as well. I was supposed to deal with the Tombstone, but a double strength off lane does just... Little Shredder doesn't really matter how much damage you do as long as the right clicks connect to take down the Tombstone. Yeah, no real way to eat through the refraction charges on the side of StoRm. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they try and proc this one. You've got... yeah, Snapfire. Oh, Snapfire's universal. I completely forgot. I mean, that's even worse. It's not even worse, it's about the same. Okay, lag and FPS. Yeah, taking away the damage coming through from the Snapfire, Universal here as well, benefits from all stats. So the decay, taking away those strength stacks, means that the damage will be reduced. And obviously so with this health pool. Always forget Snapfire's Universal. Since it was introduced, I guess. So, how's Emptiness doing on the Tide? I don't mind this because they have ways to set up with the lightning bolt. You know, you've got the earth spike to come through from the lion as well. It's not like he's just going to be having to wander himself in, you know, throw out the ravage. You know, usually you'll see actually going to be going, what's that, phase routes into potentially a pipe to come out for the Tide Hunter. So you've got the engagement tool coming out in the line. That's okay. Tombstones will be dropped in the mid lane now as well. Chase down onto Ego, but again, the little shot just comes out immediately, and it's going to be taking away that Tombstone. So the pressure being put on the mid lane now. 1J could be in trouble. Was that telekinesis for Slade? Does have it available, but the TA won't be making a move towards the line, and Lion will be able to get himself away from the danger. This is the other thing as well. Slayer's going to have some big spells to steal as well. Thunder God's Wrath, you've got the Finger of Death. Ravage that he can steal if he's not in it. Tombstone there as well that he can turn back. And again, StoRm, no real way, apart from the right clicks of the Morphin, to deal with that Stone Tombstone. So, lineup-wise, I think Moneymakers have the better lineup. It's just about execution now. Whether they're going to be able to, again, have that confidence after the last couple of days to pull this one off. The Morph is nice against the Nagasaren into the late game, obviously having those illusions that you can make yourself. Steal the stats, steal the attack speed, but I don't know whether that Morphin's going to be able to put the game on his shoulders and carry this one. Tide Hunter going straight towards that pipe as well. I would have preferred, yeah, Meteor Hammer into the Blink Dagger. Phase boots are nice to be able to close the gap, but nothing's going to beat that Blink Dagger. Especially if you're the one trying to initiate, trying to get that engage off. And yeah, we'll see what the sack build's going to be as well, because you have the TA that can do them. This was another thing as well that I saw yesterday. When teams had 3 ways to farm stacks up, the supports would just stack in every single camp. Ooh, the rotation comes in though, so Zeus Sneaky Kill's going to try and take these away. Snako, Bignum rotates in, the Tombstone has been dropped, and it looks like that stack at least was going to be stolen now. Thunder God's Wrath gets thrown out, BB will be taken down by the Zeus. Bignum trying to get himself away from Snako, trap speed pops. Snako doesn't really have any more mana for the decays, and it looks like Igor, double damage, trap gets popped now as well, but Nicky Cool is going to be able to get it, jumps himself to the high ground with his little Mario hop. For copyright issues, that isn't a Mario hop, that's just a generic Italian plumber hop. And 1J in the mid lane trying to soak some XP. You get him to level 6. Top lane Emptiness just continues to find XP, find the farm. Has that Meteor Hammer now as well. So we'll be able to walk up, clean off this creep wave with the Anchor Smash, as well as this Meteor Hammer. If you get the catch out into the TA, the Meteor Hammer is going to be a really good way to deal with these refraction charges, but it's catching out the TA in the first place. I was saying something about stacks. Yes. If you have more ways on your cores to farm stacks, these supports are going to get a hell of a lot of experience, a hell of a lot of gold as Ego gets the kill onto Snako. Just because they can stack more camps. Telekinesis onto Emptiness. Yeah, they stack more camps and your core ways to farm it up, more ways to flash that experience onto the supports. So I saw yesterday a game where the team had 3 ways. It was a Medusa. I need to look this up now. It's a really good strat. Find the game. Fadebolt comes through, finishes off 1J. What was it? It was a Medusa, Axe, and Batrider. So they all had ways early on to take down his stacks. Charge comes down onto Nicky Cool. Nicky Cool's going to go for that Mario hop away once again. Did he get the kill onto him? No, one more right click, and BB will be able to claim that one. So yeah, you had the Batrider, the Medusa, and the Axe that was able to farm stacks. Literally every camp in the game was being stacked at one point or another to make sure that all 3 cores had somewhere to farm up. Triangle, Radiant Jungle, as well as the Ancient stacks. And yeah, because of that, ports in the first 15 minutes were like 2 levels high. The Wisdom Runes went even as well. It wasn't a case of the Wisdom Runes being stolen, the Wisdom Runes went even. But in the first 15 minutes, the 2 supports on the side that had the 3 heroes, the 3 cores that could farm stacks, were about 2 levels ahead, just because the farming stacks were more efficient for the entire team compared to the team that only really had a Nagasaren that could farm stacks. So it meant that not as many stacks were being stacked, not as many camps were being stacked, because it was only really the Nagasaren that could farm them, and it was at risk of the cores from the other team coming in to, you know, take those away. So they just stacked them in an area where it was safe for the Nagasaki to go into farm.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Which means that the supports on that team were poorer. They had less experience as well. And because of it, the cores were poorer. Bingham, does he want to come into this one? He's trying to come in. I mean, he's got that little shredder, but 3 heroes here waiting. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, it looks like Krilliat. Is he going to go down here? Strength Morph taken away from Slayer. BB will go down here to Krilliat. It's the Rubik. Let's hope he's going for that max strength shift. And yeah, no Agi, because I've seen the max Agi shift on Slayer, not on Slayer, on Rubik's. It doesn't end well. It does not end well, especially with the Zeus on the other side that can just Thunder God's Rati to death every single time. And the Rubik attack speed doesn't matter, so yeah, he's gonna be able to go full strength here on the Rubik. Sorry, hitting my mic. So gonna benefit from just the extra strength that comes out. And yeah, if you can steal it again in a couple more minutes, it means that again the Agi growth comes through. He just goes fully into strength again.
Radiant's bottom tower
And you're gonna see a really tanky Rubik.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How's it looking? 2 and 4, so not the quickest game, and this is kind of the thing as well, that again, it is best of ones. There is no second chance. If you lose 2 games here, you just get 6th place right off the bat. There's no merry-go-round if you lose 2.
That should help.
Charge, coming through in the mid lane. What are they going to cancel on Nikki Cool? Charge is cancelled. And yeah, Slayer. What's he looking at? Aether Lens, yeah, okay, extra range will be nice. Just, did he get the damage onto BB? I mean, it's going to be the morph shift into him. Finger of Death comes through. 1J does get a really nice kill. And now Sneko going to go for the chase onto Slayer, but Slayer's going to have that TP. No way to stop this one as well. Tombstone going to be dropped, but the little shredder comes through. And yeah, Bignum takes it down. Easy gold here for the Snapfire. Well, that's going on. The Morph and the Nagasaki, both in the top lane. Nagasaki going to invade, looking for these stacks. Emptiness pushing out onto the tier 1 tower now. We'll see if StoRm going to be able to take this map control away from the side of Moneymakers. You have that Ravage available too, but again, no way to get in apart from the phase boots here. It was even the mana boots, not even going to be the phase boots. Changes up his build, wants that blink dagger. It makes sense. Really? You want the Tide Hunter to be the one to get the initiation off. You want to get that blink onto the TA so you can drop the Tide. The Meteor Hammer on them to take away any refraction charges. Take a look at the graph. StoRm, 56% chance to win this one.
Loaded to the gills.
Radiant's bottom tower
So yeah, we'll
is under
see.
attack.
What was the game? Let me just take a look at how this went in the actual tour. StoRm up
Radiant's
against
bottom tower
Moneymakers.
is under
Moneymakers
attack.
won 2-1. In fact,
Radiant's bottom
one of
tower
the very
has
few
fallen.
2-1s we had in the entire. How many 2-1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 6? Only 6 2-1s throughout the entire season. There's going to be the Hex coming through. They'll do get a kill into Rubik. Spike will be here. Multi-kits is starting to drop. They're going to be able to get the Nether Strike now as well into 1J. 1J trying to get himself away from this one. Mana Drain comes through. Igor. The Ravage will be used here. Igor gets a kill into 1J up the cliff. Mid lane, BB was already away. So they get the kill. They trade off the Rubik for the Lion. Not a bad trade there. It's getting more kills onto the TA here as well. Is Igor going to be able to get himself that shield rune as well? So yeah, out of the... What is it in a regular season? 28? Yeah, 28 matches. Out of 28 matches, only 7 with them with 2-1s. And Moneymakers versus Team StoRm was one of them. Going 2-1 in favor of Moneymakers. Navi Jr. got beat by Moneymakers as well. StoRm and Moneymakers... StoRm and Navi Jr. 2-0 in favor of Navi Jr.
Radiant's top tower is
So,
under attack.
Moneymakers, in theory, have the confidence over these two teams. Whether they're going to be able to pull it off here. I mean, this might be it. We might see win these first 2 matches, and then it's just a tie between StoRm and Navi Jr. to see who comes 5th and who comes 6th. There's no... Tide Hunter went back, ignores the Blink Dagger, just comes out straight up with a mech. Which, I'm not really a fan of. The charge comes through now as well. They're going to have that cancel as well. He runs himself into 3 heroes. And 1J gets the Finger of Death. So charge comes through onto the Tide Hunter, and yeah, the Snapfire has to come through with the Twin Gate. Just to get himself away from danger. Not really a fan of the change on the Tide Hunter, not going for the Blink Dagger, going for the mech instead. It's going to be nice if he gets those creeps out eventually. Just being able to come through with the mech as well as the mana boots. It's pretty much good enough. You know, until you do get a couple of items out. So maybe just go back for that thing there after the fact. Oh, Krilliat though might be caught out. Gonna be able to get the waveform away. Yeah, I always prefer my Tides. It's my major gripe with Enigmas as well. They don't go straight to that Blink Dagger BKB combo. You know, they are that kind of aura builder hero, but I just think they suffer on their initiation. And by the time they do have it up, you know, there's ways to stop that black hole from coming out. Blinks on the other team, you know, interrupts from different directions. So, yeah, Tides, I always do like to see, even with this Meteor Hammer coming through, early Blink Daggers for the hero. Just because I think a lot more of the time, it is the position for doing the initiation at the minute. But I do think the power of the offlaner is being able to have that jump, have that initiation ability. As the charge comes through, but PB is going to cancel it off. So yeah, no, Tidehunter's actually going to go back for the Greaves recipe, so it is going to be the full Greaves before the Blink Dagger here on the Tidehunter. Lucas, how's he looking? It's going to be the Orchid and not the Lincoln Sphere. Excuse me, I forgot the name for a second. Yeah, it's going to be the Orchid and not the Lincoln Sphere. Morph has his own Manta, so maybe if you Orchid him after that, going towards those Ags, but more than likely, you're going to throw it down on the Zeus. Zeus build-wise, we're not seeing the right-click Zeus, we're seeing the Phylactery coming through. E-Blade here as well, so going full magic damage build. Tide. There is the smoke behind, but I think the trap just saw it. Might have just been over the trap though when they did smoke up. So yeah, TA backs himself away. Snapfire, Bignum here, playing himself away as well. Going towards the pap, the pap on the snipe fire. No, the pipe on the Snapfire coming out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Snake goes, they're going to try and chase down onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is away though. Thundergod's Wrath gets used as a scouting tool, and they're not going to be able to catch up onto the... Yeah, BB's away. He's using that Twin Gate as well. Should be out. Ooh, 1J if they had the vision. Might have been able to get through and get a quick Earth Spike onto him before he completed onto that, but he didn't have it, so BB will be able to get himself out. So 5 for 5. StoRm and MoneyMakers even on kills. 18 minutes in, it's a little bit of a slower game than we're used to here, especially in the Eastern European region. Usually here, we're about 20 kills deep. But yeah, both teams just playing it safe, knowing that there's no elimination on the line, but obviously $4,000 prize prize money between 4th and 6th. So everybody trying to do the best. Charge comes through. Are they going to be able to get themselves onto the Morphin once again? They're going to be able to get the charge in. Strength Morph comes out though. Looks like they get the sounds off onto Undyne. Undyne has to back himself away. The Beast is available. Ooh, they might go for the Nether Strike, trying to bounce him down to the bottom of the cliff. One more right click now as well. Telekinesis. He's still going to be up here. And now the Morphin steals the Spirit Breaker's form. Waveform down to the low ground, but it looks like everybody on the side of MoneyMakers is away. Snakeo's dead. 24 seconds before he's back up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And after that kill, StoRm straight up taking this tier 1 tower. Roshan is still top for the next minute.
Is under attack.
It's with the Riptides, with the little Shredder, with the Meld coming out from the TA as well as the Desolator. They do have decent armor reduction to be able to get through Roshan quickly, but I wonder if they want to take a fight first. You know, maybe put StoRm on the back foot before they make a move towards that Roche pit. Igor still farming up, going towards his BKB. No Blink Dagger to come out from the TA right off the bat. He's got the gold for it if he wants to go for it first, but he's about 1,000 gold away from his BKB here on the TA. So I imagine that's going to be the pickup first thing, avoiding things like the Ravage, the Lion's Kit, completely the Zeus as well. Means these refraction charges stay up for longer. You know, he's just looking to farm this one up, so he's not looking to push into the Roche pit. Maybe StoRm rotate there. You can see that everybody apart from Nicky Cool is heading in that direction. Nicky Cool just looking to push out the mid lane, maybe before he joins his teammates. I mean, Igor can use that Twin Gate. You can farm up this next couple of camps, get that Twin Gate in. In fact, he's going to be going towards the Twin Gate now. Fight. Looking to break out. Ooh, Lion gets pretty low. The Insta comes out now as well. Did we get the kill? No, the Ravage comes through. They're going to be able to get the clean up. Yeah, there's going to be the Thunder God's Wrath. Lucas trying to get himself away from this one. But the Lion still survives here. Song, the cookie onto the Naga Siren to get him over the gap. Going to try and go for that TP out. It looks like they have to go for that reset. No TA here. As maybe now the Ravage is down, but so's the Song. Thunder God's Wrath got used there as well. Finger of Death is down. But we are going to see StoRm and the ones going into the pit here, and yet TA, he doesn't even bother going into this one. He's going to be seen underneath a ward, and StoRm know they're safe to do this. Ego moving himself around. Yeah, the Tombstone's been dropped. You can see that all the ultimates on cooldown on the side of StoRm, but with that Song being down, MoneyMakers just don't feel comfortable moving themselves into the pit. Nikki Cool gets himself the Wisdom Rune. I think the Lion's trying to go behind enemy lines as well. They do have the Radiant Vision, I do believe, on this Watcher. So he knows that that Wisdom Rune is still there. Yes, just going to be able to snatch it, go for that TP out. The Lion wants to go straight in for the Shard.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Morph loses that. A big pickup here for the next 2 minutes. That was his Ag Scepter flying up. 2.5 minutes without it now as well. Krilliat is going to be able to deal with the trap underneath the sentry. Charge coming through though. Krilliat. He's channeling that high five. He's just like, yeah, you come at me. So Morph wants to go back now for the Lincolns. Already has that cornucopia for the extra regen. Actually, hero-wise, I think he wants to steal the TAs for him. Those refraction charges going to be pretty big. The meld as well for the reduced armor. So maybe not the Naga Siren. Is the Naga Siren is going towards going to be the heart and not the Lincoln Sphere? Cool. Just continues to farm up Phylacteries. He's got himself the E-Blade now as well. F-Blade, however you want to pronounce it. Finding some more stacks. Aether Lens is out. And we shall see just how StoRm are going to approach this again. Only 12 kills in this 22 minutes in, so they're going to try and go for the Tormentor. Damage coming through. 1J's going to stand his ground here with Nikiko as well as Krilliat. The magic damage coming through. They should be able to clean this one up. Nice burst damage here. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they might try and go on to the Undying. Undying telekinesis will be here. Traps popped. Slow down. BB with a charge. They're going to try and go onto this Undying, but again, the Power Ranger TP's coming through here. 1J won't get stoned. Looks like it might be the Earth Spike being taken away by the root. BB's going to be revealed in the dust. Thunder God's Wrath. Yeah, it's going to be the Form Stone as well by the Morphlin. Adaptive Strike comes out for the stun. Nikki Cool's waiting. She shouldn't be able to get the kill. Krilliat picks it up with an Adaptive Strike. And Krilliat even using the voice lines of BB. So how's our win probability looking? 64% in favor of StoRm. In terms of tower push, did the Tide go back? He does have that Blink Dagger now. Tower push potential. You've got the Morphlin as well as that Tide Hunter with the Meteor Hammer. Not going to a Shard just yet. He wants to carry on going into the pipe, it looks like. Or at least the pipe's queued up. Whether he skips over that and just goes straight for the Shard into the Shivas, we're going to have to wait and see. Extra armor is going to be nice for him now, especially against the entire lineup of MoneyMakers. In the mid lane though, Nikki Cool going to be charged down. Does he get himself away? That charge comes in quick from BB. They have the damage. Nether Strike though. He's going to be able to pop his Illusion Rune. Does he get himself away from this one? Nikki Cool turns this one around. Ravage comes through, connects onto both the TA as well as the Naga Siren. Naga Siren going to be stunned up. Could have the damage to take him down. Tombstone's going to go up now as well. Ego from the back line, trying to go where he can. And the Stolen Ravage comes out. They have the control. They pop the Aegis on the Morphin. Charge comes through onto the back lines now as well. Tombstone's going to be taken down. Naga Siren gets low. Finger of Death finishes off the kill. They have the control now. Ego's trying to get himself away from this one. The multi-kisses are going to rain down, doing a lot of damage to the side of StoRm. But they lose 3. They lose all 3 cores here on the side of MoneyMakers. Morphlin gets that hop in with the waveform now as well. Bignum's not able to get himself away with the cookie. Backline Slayer gets the kill onto 1J. Rubik Waterstone still the Earth Spike as they do get the kill onto the Snapfire. So fight-wise, yeah, they got the Aegis pop on the Morphlin, but not much else out of this. In fact, they might still lose the Rubik now as well. Glimmer Cape's down. Does he get himself away? Nope, Morphlin with the waveform in. Telekinesis comes out. They still have the damage to get the kill, and it's going to be Nikki Cool that picks up that kill though. So yeah, what, 5-man wipe coming out at StoRm. They lose the Lion, they lose the Aegis, but not much else out of that. Big steal on the Ravage, but they just weren't able to turn it around. Multi-kisses were dropped into about 4 heroes. They were all waiting. Now the Morphin has that Ag Scepter out as well. Going towards his Lincoln Sphere. BKB will be next. Meanwhile, Lucas, that is the real one as well. Lucas is going to be careful here. Nicky Cool, he doesn't really have the mana, but the F-Blade comes out onto Nicky Cool, or from Nicky Cool. And Lucas just has to back himself away. Igor just continues to farm now as well. Wants to go towards a Nullifier, Blink Dagger as well. Nicky Cool, gonna get the TP back to base. Seneko, Shield Rune does come out, so Seneko gonna just straight up pick that one away. Nicky Cool not gonna be able to bottle this one. Do they want to go for more? They might even be able to find out the real Nagastara now as well. Do they have an interrupt? There's gonna be the song. Ooh. Line. He just gets the illusions taken care of here with his mana drain. Got himself that shard, so mana drain affects up to 2 additional enemies and gets plus 400 additional break distance. Lion becomes a debuff immune with 8% magic resistance while channeled. Fair enough.
Radiant are scanning.
It's tied. He wants to push it with Morphin towards his tier 2. Meteor Hammer will be channeled. Just make sure the Morphin farms with creeps first. The right click damage coming through from Krillia. They want this tower, and it looks like they'll be able to do it fairly quickly as well. Fortification will be used, but it won't stop them now. I wonder if, as we see the Tormentor, he might just go for this one now as well, trying to take it away from MoneyMakers. MoneyMakers. Okay, they're not going to go for this one, and StoRm are trying to force this one back. Yep, Tombstone comes out. They are on the high ground. Fortifications to be used again. And MoneyMakers, if they don't come back, they're trying to take down a tier 2 tower. TPs now will be used. But how much do they commit onto this one here as StoRm? The bluff isn't going to be called. They're going to be able to get a jump onto Bignum. Bignum, challenge comes through from BB. They have that Ravage. They have pretty much every ultimate available. Where's the Thunder Gods, though? Going to be about 48 seconds away here for the Zeus. They take the tier 3 back themselves away. They want to go for this Tormentor. Wait, even more net worth away from the side of MoneyMakers. All 5 heroes on the side of StoRm grouping up for this as well. Seneko, so he's going to have that grab ally on his Tombstone. He's going to be a-okay with this one. Roshan, at least a minute away. But StoRm are the first to break high ground. They break that 10-kill barrier here as well. 12 to 7. 1J with the mana drain. And you can see the MoneyMakers are just trying to do what they can. The charge comes through onto the Zeus on the bottom lane here. Can they get the kill? Because BB has to get himself away from that one. Maybe charging a little bit too far forward. Thunder God's Wrath is up. Do you want to try and fight around this? This looks like Zeus. They might look for the jump in. Traps are down. Igor is running himself away now as well. Titan has that gem, so they're going to have the reveal on the meld. Any Glimmer Capes that come out as well as the Shadow Blade here for the Spirit Breaker.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The Zeus just continuing to farm. What's the next big item here for the Zeus? 2.6k gold. I wonder if it's the Ags to come out, so you get that Nimbus. Bottom lane. Nagasaran just continues to push in. Going towards the... He's already got the heart. Going towards the butterfly here on the Naga as well. Lucas. It's not looking too bad for him. He is top of net worth, but no kills. 1 death here on the Nagasaran. So not really setting the world alight in terms of team fight potential here. Mid lane, Slayer. Lincoln Sphere is going to be broken. They don't make a waveform in. Well, they might still do though. Tied on the back line, has that Blink Dagger. Still going towards that pipe. Thunder God's Wrath being teased. Will come out now as well. The jump comes in. They're going to have the instant hex coming out. They get the kill onto Slayer. They might now go. That Rubik's going to be down for 40 seconds. So it's going to be a 5 versus 4. Seneko pops a Flash Golem. They're going to move themselves in. They want this. They might even go for the lane of Brax. Yeah, screw that tier 3 tower in the mid lane. They just want to go straight lane of Brax. Tombstone does get dropped. Fortification comes out here as the Nagasaran pushing down the bottom lane. So the Dire will take that tier 2 tower on the bot. But while this is going on, what can they do? Tombstone is going to spawn these zombies onto the creeps. It looks like they're going to be able to get themselves a melee Rax here. Nicky Cool playing back. But there is no creep wave after this. So they just get your fortification kicks back in. Excuse me, backdoor protection.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
As the Zeus does TP back, does he want to push out this lane here? Backdoor protection keeps the range racks alive, but it means that melee Rax has already gone down.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
So StoRm, the first team to breach the high ground, the first team to take the Rax as well. And we'll see what the group up's going to be. Roshan's going to be a quick one, 36 seconds on the respawn. Will that be that daytime Roshan? No. You've got Dire wards around, scouting these out in the lanes. But is it going to be enough for the pick-off Lion? He could be the one that gets picked off here. Shadowblade comes through from the Spirit Breaker, but the Spirit Breaker, he goes the wrong way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Spirit Breaker, do they want to try and make a jump? As it looks like, we get the pause onto Bignum. They're going to see these Nagasarian illusions here. TA disconnects as well. Hopefully not for too long. Yeah, so you're going to see these Nagasarian illusions pushing out the lane. Keeping the pressure as well. That tier 3 tower getting close to going down on the... Excuse me, the tier 2 tower on the top lane. Getting close to going down. Just because there's a catapult creep wave here. The creeps are fully damaging this tower. It's got about 430 health left. So they should be able to go through this tier 2 tower on the top lane as well. The dire creeps. But we get the go. How's that vision looking? They do for a little bit because of the trap in the pit. See Seneko. So they have a area where StoRm are. But again, 6 seconds on the Roche respawn here now as well. The TA might just try and drop those traps in lane. We'll show. Tier 2 tower, again, does go down on the top lane to the creeps. The catapult wave there as well. Being able to take it down, but StoRm, they're in the Roche pit. They want to go for this one. They look for the high ground wards, that protection. Just give them that early warning. And Roshan will be cleaned up fairly quickly now. So we'll see how Moneymakers want to respond to this one. Because this is going to be Aegis Cheese. Yep. Mana Drain comes up from 1J, deals with those Nagasarian illusions. They're trying to make a beeline to it. They have the song available here as well. They're not going to get any in time. Roshan goes down. Aegis and Cheese go in the way of StoRm. And now they might just try and look to push down that top lane. Trying to get themselves another, or the last tier 2 tower of the game. Maybe get themselves a tier 3 and another lane of Rax as well. And Moneymakers have to back themselves away. So you have a tier 2 tower that you have to push down in the top lane. You have a tier 3 in the mid lane that you have to push down his wall. And StoRm, they have the tools now to do it. Aegis and Cheese. Moneymakers maybe looking for a high ground fight. When the backup comes through, charge now as well. They get that jump onto the Undying, but the Undying, don't keep him alive here, excuse me. They don't keep him alive, as Ego does clean up the kill. So a 4v5. Wolfen looking towards the butterfly still. Has that Aegis, has the Ags, has the Lincolns. I mean, it's only 27 seconds on the Undying respawn. They can wait this one out and then maybe look to group up as 5, take this fight here. Trying to take advantage of it being a 4v5, even with the Aegis. Technically a 5v5. Yeah, they get the 4 out on the tower though here, StoRm. So this tier 2 tower shouldn't fall.
Regeneration.
What's the timing on the Wizard Runes as well? So 21, 28, 35. So 2 minutes away from those Wizard Runes. Should be able to push out these lanes. Quick maps. Now illusions again, just trying to keep the pressure on this bottom lane because it is a melee Rax that have gone down. So this bottom lane, it will push out, and the Nagasarian trying to use his illusions to keep it the creepy equilibrium pushing on the Radiant side of the map. Cool, making a move. He got himself the TP boots here. So the boots have traveled to come out from the Zeus. Nothing else just yet. Again, I'm surprised. Oh no, he got the Ags. And then into the... Okay, Ags into the TP boots. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, did he get the kill? They're going to be able to get the jump here. They do get the kill onto the Snapfire. He goes down. 40 seconds dead. What can they do with this now as well? The charge coming through onto Nikki Cool. Got to be careful. How's that E-Blade to come out, though? There's BB. Tries to get himself away. The Thunder God's Wrath comes out. They see the Nagasarian. Nagasarian song going to be used. He's not going for the TP just yet onto Lucas. Actually, was it cancelled? It was. The Nimbus cancelled it off. They're going to see Lucas now. That Nimbus gets the damage. Zeus. Yeah, Zeus got the Nimbus through and got the cancel on the TP. So this means that the Nagasarian, if he wants to get back into the mid lane here, as the aggression coming through from StoRm, you have to hoof it. Not on foot, because Nagas don't have feet, but he's got to slither his way back in. Now charge onto the back lines, who they're going to try and go for. They get the kill onto the line now as well. They jump in from the back lines with the Templar Assassin. Might be able to get the kill onto one, but is it going to be enough for more now as well? BB gets low and the Morphin gets that kill. Now they might even look onto Slayer. Slayer, the charge form being taken here by the Morphin. He's got that Spirit Breaker form. Slayer was that reveal. The gem's going to come through on the Tidehunter. They have the damage. You get the kill. Krillia with a double. Again, the Naga Siren trying to do what he can to skip the wave. That tier 3 tower being pushed out on the top lane as well. But they want to come right back into the space. They want another lane of racks. They want to protect the... They don't have any creeps to push in the space. Look out, full wave. And you see the Naga Siren again. If the backdoor protection kicks in, do they have enough to go through it here? Doesn't look like they do. Top lane, Naga Siren trying to push this lane in. Double catapult wave coming out for the Radiant here, though. Naga Siren illusions coming up to Nikki-Cool. Nikki-Cool has to go for that heavily jump away.
Money changes hands.
And they do get that forced TP back here from the side of StoRm, which means that MoneyMakers, even though they lost a couple of heroes, they will be able to protect their racks on the high ground. Naga Siren with the creep skip on 2 lanes. It's just hard. When the split push comes through from the Naga Siren like this, it just gets really hard to get this push through. So what are they looking at? Still have that Aegis for the next 38 seconds. Yeah, Morphin lost his courier again. So Morph, BKB is out. He's got himself the Ags, Lincoln, Skadi as well as the Manta Style. Wants to go straight into this Butterfly now as well. Oh, Ego, did he get caught out here? BKB comes out. The Cookie's going to be there as well. Chase down Ego. He's going to be able to get himself away from this one. Krillia. He has that shield rune. Look at that. Extra health to come through because you full strength Morph up before you pick up the shield rune, pick it up, and then go right back to Agi. So he's got 3k on that barrier here on the Morph lane. That is a massive pickup for the Morph. And one of the heroes to greatly benefit from that shield rune, just because of that full attribute shift. Yeah, Aegis is to be reclaimed. In terms of items, not close to the Butterfly just yet. So Krillia, they are pushing on to this tier 1. Let's see what they're going to try and do this again. The Naga Siren trying to keep the pressure off the lanes. Trying to creep skip. Krillia just comes through. They've got the double catapult wave to come in now as well. The Naga Siren again behind on the second one. So the T8 comes through. Just cleans up with the side blades here onto this creep wave. Back lines, they're going to try and go once again to get this jump out, but there's going to be the Tendrils of the Deep coming through. The Ravage is now connected as well, and the Naga Siren will die. BB is trying to get the kill onto 1J, but 1J's going to be able to get himself away with the Ogre Seal Totem. BB with the charge away, but the Finger of Death, the blink comes back in from 1J. He gets the kill. They've got 2. Can they make it more? Bigman's trying to get himself away from this one. They can kill chasing, but they've got the gem, and they do get the kill onto Bignum here. And now the push comes in. They're just going to GG out. Yeah, okay. MoneyMakers, they don't think they can take a fight here. So 19-9 in 37 minutes. StoRm, they take the first of this round robin here. If MoneyMakers lose to Navi Jr. in the next round, it will just be that straight split between StoRm as well as Navi Jr. to see who gets 4th, who gets 5th, and MoneyMakers will be confirmed 6th. So they have to step their ideas up against Navi Jr. in this next one. And again, it is a best of 1. There is no second chances here. If you lose up against Navi Jr. next, you are confirmed 6th place. So we're going to take a quick break, probably, I think, going to be about a 10-minute break as the teams do get ready to go into the next one. Yeah, about a 10-minute break. And we'll get ready for the second, can't really call it a series, second game between MoneyMakers as well as Navi Jr. See you after this break.